ingenious supplies.
What's up, Spikes? Jim here. You're going to notice something a little off in this game. Jerry plays the card Tainted Wood, but everybody at the table thinks it's a Llanowar Wastes. Every time he taps it, he pays a life. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I leave town for one weekend and everything falls apart. It's a really fun game though, and we hope you stick around. Enjoy.
What's up, Spikes? We are back today with some exciting Duskmourn action. Specifically, we are playing the Precons and we're playing the upgraded version. So for those of you who haven't been watching any of our other upgraded versions, we've taken the Precons from Duskmourn, swapped out 10 cards we were not so excited about, and swapped in 10 cards we think would be great additions to the deck. So before we get into the game, I'd like to thank our sponsors, GameGenic, who provide fabulous playmats, things to put your cards in, play them on, and shuffle them with. If your local game store doesn't carry GameGenics, just go ask them. Be nice. Be like, hey, some cool people on the internet said these products are pretty cool. You should get them. We'd also like to thank Burrito Splendido for feeding the Spikes today. Yeah, if I don't do well this game, I'm just going to eat a tub of queso dip. That's my plan.
What are you going to do if you do well in this game?
Please eat the queso dip.
I'm going to eat 2 tubs of queso dip, because then I've earned it. And we also want to give a big thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sending us these decks early. Without them, we couldn't bring you this content. And so, yeah, let's get into it. Today, I am playing Zimone Mystery Unraveler. It's the Simic Landfall deck that uses the new mechanic Manifest Dread, which is where you take the top 2 cards of your library, choose one, put it face down manifested, and put the other one in your graveyard. Zimone also allows you to flip face down cards if you've played multiple lands in a turn. So for the upgrades, what we've done is we've taken out some of the less synergistic cards, put in some bigger things you want to pull off the top of your deck, as well as some more morph cards, and taken out a couple of the less impactful things for more consistency in that plan.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. My name's Alex, and today I'm playing Aminatou, Veil Piercer. This deck is all about the miracle of enchantments. That's right. Aminatou lets me look at the top 2 cards of my library and surveil them, meaning I get to stack my deck with the card I want to draw that turn. And best of all, it discounts any miracled enchantments by 4. So what that means is if I draw an enchantment as my first card for the turn, I get to cast it for its miracle cost for 4 less. Ooh. For this deck, we pulled out a lot of the lower impact cards that might be on theme but didn't have quite the punch, and we packed in a lot more haymaker enchantments. We're really looking to impact the board through being able to get that discount, and we'll see if it pays off for us.
Hi, Jerry here. I'm playing the Winter Cynical Opportunist deck. Originally a deck that self-mill, Delirium focused with Reanimator theme to get the cards back, the permanents back that you self-mill. So we have the upgraded version here, and the upgrades here add a lot of consistency, and we all know what consistency means in Magic, right? Power. Yeah, we added a lot more consistent Delirium, self-mill, and then for a little bit extra power, we added some splashier things we can get back with our old commander here.
Hi everybody, I'm Madison. I'm playing Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls. This is a Rakdos combat deck, so we are primarily relying on attacking our opponents to death. The upgrades in this deck are going to help us have more consistent card draw, more consistent damage, and yeah, we're going to do a lot of damage to our opponents and kill them today.
Well, folks, I think we're all ready to go. I think between all the killing that's going on, this might be a shorter game, but let's crack into our GameGenic Squire pluses.
I'm going to draw to start the game, and then I'm going to start with a Myriad Landscape.
This is a Swamp. This is a Sol Ring. This is an Azorius Signet, and that's the end of my turn.
Good lord.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
I see.
Sometimes you just gotta have it.
Oh, Tainted Wood.
Are you also playing a Soul Ring?
Soul Ring.
Hey!
Pass turn. Turn 1 draw.
Purist Springs. I will play my own Soul Ring. Sucks to suck, Jen.
Wow.
Pass the turn.
Untap. This better be a Soul Ring.
No way.
Is it?
Oh, that's amazing. You gonna crack Myriad Landscape?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sounds good.
Very good.
Sounds good. All right, we're gonna untap, upkeep, and draw. We're gonna play Thriving Moor as our land for turn, and I'm gonna note that that can also tap for white. Tap 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Aminatou, Veil Piercer. Again, at the beginning of my upkeep, I can surveil 2, and each enchantment card in my hand has Miracle. Its Miracle cost is equal to its mana cost, reduced by 4. We'll pass the turn to Jerry.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play my original land I wanted to play on turn 1, Dark Moss Bridge, tapped.
Ooh.
I'm going to tap Tainted Wood for a green, losing a life, going down to 39.
39.
And then with the colorless, I'm going to play a Steve, Secure Tribe Elder.
Ooh,
and I
very
will
nice.
pass the turn.
All right, untap, draw a card.
I really like that we all got the Soul Ring. That
Yeah.
makes me feel
That's
a lot better
nice.
about my
Yeah,
rollout.
I love equality. Play a swamp. I'm going to tap 4 for a Nightshade Harvester.
Ooh.
So whenever a land an opponent controls enters, that player loses 1 life, and I put a +1/+1 counter on Nightshade
Oh
Harvester.
no.
Land enters.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
That's a
thing-
good card.
That's a thing I need to do.
That's brutal.
All right. Island.
Trigger Nightshade
So
Harvester.
you owe me. You can't attack me with that. That's the deal. Well, I'm going to tap 5.
Ooh.
And I'm going to play a Simic commander. That's not my commander, but Tatiova, Benthic Druid.
Wow,
Wow.
must be nice.
It's like the platonic ideal of
It
Simic.
literally
Yeah.
just cancels that out.
All right, in my upkeep, I've got a Surveil 2 trigger.
All right.
Thing.
All right, folks, we're going to put this card back on top and put Underground River into our graveyard. So we'll draw for turn. Oh, this card doesn't have Miracle, so I'm not going to reveal it.
Oh.
I'm just going to play this Plains.
Oh, trigger.
We're going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to cast Cramped Vents as a room. So when this enters, we're going to unlock Cramped Vents. When we unlock this, it deals 6 damage to target creature an opponent controls.
Oh no.
I gain life equal to the excess damage dealt this way, which I believe
get
is 2. So I'll go back up to 41.
Cool.
We're going to tap
Spooky.
Plains into our Exorius Signet and have 1 blue floating when we cast Ponder. Look at the top 3 cards in my library. I may put them back in any order. I may shuffle and then draw a card. We're going to put them back on top like this and draw this card. Then our white mana will fade from our mana pool and we'll pass to Jerry.
At the end of your turn, I would like to do what all good Steves do, which is sacrifice. I'm going to get this forest into play tapped and not lose a life.
You're welcome, Jerry.
Thanks, friend Alex. This is why you're friend Alex and not enemy Alex right
Because
now.
he used a Steve, not a fetch land.
This is what he wants you to think. You're friends now, and then he's gonna stab you in the back.
Oh.
She's right.
Oh, okay. Well, how about we just move to my turn and we'll see what we can do about that.
Sounds great.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play this Dryad Arbor as a land for turn. I'm going to tap for 2 black, these colors, 2 black. So I'm losing a life off of the Tainted Wood.
So you're at 38.
I'm at 38, and with my 5 mana, I'm going to play an Obnixilis Reignited.
Oh, wow.
I'm then going to just take that and -3 it instantly.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
No miracle.
Rough. No miracles for the miracle.
Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw a card. I'm gonna play a tapped Leech-ridden Swamp, and I'm gonna take 1. And we cast Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls.
That is a
So it
name.
has flying, ward, pay 2 life, and whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, I put a 1/1 counter on this thing and draw a card.
That's pretty good.
Pass.
Yay! Untap. You draw a card. So I'm going to pay 4 and I will cast my commander. Zimone. Mystery Unraveler.
So this is the one where it's landfall.
So landfall, whenever a land I control enters the battlefield, enters manifest dread. If it's the first time this ability is resolved this turn. Otherwise, I may turn a permanent I control face up. We'll play a land. And I have
Triggers.
2 landfall triggers. Wow, calm down, everybody.
No, I'll call up. There's a
Okay,
better.
I'm gonna
Only
resolve
calm down.
Zimone's first. So I'm gonna manifest dread. So I'll
Okay.
look at the top 2. So I'll manifest this card, and I'll put this island in my graveyard. Then I will gain a life and draw a card.
Back to 40.
And with that, I would like to move to combat. I'm gonna attack Obnixilis. You gonna block with your Dryad Arbor?
I'm contemplating blocking with my Dryad Arbor.
Hey, Jerry.
Do
Yeah.
it.
You gonna block with the Dryad Arbor?
I'm not going to block with my Dryad Arbor.
Yeah.
I had to. That was free.
Yeah, I was saying, please do.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
Alrighty, we're gonna untap. It's too bad I don't have my commander, because otherwise miracling like this would be silly, wouldn't it? White, 1, 2, 3, 4. For entreat the angels, X white white as miracle cost. So I'm going to create X, which is 4, 4, 4, white angel creature tokens with flying.
I just want to say that I called that he was the bad guy,
Oh, 100% the bad guy.
and y'all should have listened.
We have listened.
Yeah.
Listen harder.
Matt Madison over here like, Jerry, you didn't murder Alex.
Didn't kill him hard enough.
In real life. We'll then play Temple of Enlightenment as our land for turn, scrying 1.
I can't stab Alex in the back. He's in front of me. I have to stab him in the back. My arms are not long enough, Madison.
Disappointed in you.
We'll leave that card on top, and then we'll
not
pass the turn.
All right, untap, upkeep. Draw an untapped land. We did not get there. We're going to play this Tranquil Thicket tapped. I'm going to tap colorless, black, green to play my commander,
Oh, nice.
Winter Cynical Opportunist. No ETB effects, nothing else, just Death Touch, attacks, mills 3 cards, then some other text on there that might be relevant later. I'm then going to tap Dryad Arbor for a green and Tainted Wood for a black, going down to 37.
Yeah, trigger this thing.
Oh no!
Ho, ho, ho.
I have screwed up.
Draw a card.
And then with that, I will play a Grim Flare.
Oh.
I will then pass the turn.
Grimsy flimsy.
Grimsy flimsy. All right, untap. Draw a card. I'll play a Temple of the False God. It doesn't do anything yet.
Oh,
Yet. And I'm going to tap 5 mana for Persistent Constrictor. So at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they lose 1 life, and I put a -1/-1 counter and up to 1 target creature they control, and it has Persist.
Leave my stuff alone. Untap.
Upkeep. I will put a -1/-1 counter on your manifest creature. And then whenever you lose life for the first time, I will put a counter on this and draw a card.
And now Madison's the bad guy.
I'm not the bad guy. Look at those angels. He's being sneaky by putting the dice onto 1 card, but there are 4 of them.
Let's play this Ash Baron,
okay.
and I will trigger both of my creatures.
Mhm.
So I will do Zimone first and then Tatiova. So manifest Dread. I'm going to manifest this card, and I will put this Glitch Interpreter into my graveyard. Then I will gain a life and draw a card. Then I will have a green and 2, and I would like to send this Beanstalk Giant on an adventure.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
I will get this island. I have 2 triggers. I have a Zimone and a Tatiova. Now, because it's the second lands have entered, I don't lose life, because this stupid thing. But I do get to turn one of my face down cards face up. And that's going to be the one that has the -1/-1 counter on it.
Oh.
I see.
And it is a Vanifar Evolved Enigma. So Vanifar Evolved Enigma says, at the beginning of combat on my turn, choose 1. Cloak a card from your hand, put it into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature with ward 2. Turn it face up anytime by paying its mana cost, if it's a creature card, or put a +1/+1 counter on each colorless creature I control.
Gotcha.
This is one of the new additions. And then I will gain a life and draw a card. Then I would like to tap 4 to cast Wilderness Reclamation. And if there are no other effects, I would like to move to combat.
Oh,
Sure.
cool. You have a trigger.
I do have a trigger. I would like to cloak this card. We use this manifest, but it does have ward 2.
Keep that in
So I'll
mind.
keep it on the ward 2 ones will be on the bottom now. Oh, everything's bigger than the creatures I have.
Yeah.
I would like to go to my end step.
Sounds good.
All
And I
right.
would like to untap all my lands.
Yeah,
Must be nice.
Uh,
All righty. We're going to untap, upkeep.
sure. On your upkeep, there's a trigger.
I didn't want to.
I didn't.
You go to 40.
40.
I will put a -1 counter on one of your angels.
Sounds good. So
And
I've
then
got
I
3
will
angels over here
Get
that
a
are
counter
normal.
here, and I will draw a card.
With actually a 3/3.
Cool.
Okay. Then we'll draw a card for turn. We're going to play black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to pay 7 to unlock Access Maze. Once during each of my turns, I may cast a spell from my hand by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. I mean, it's okay.
It's okay in a commander format with
okay.
40
It's okay.
life.
there's,
40.
maybe attack him, Jerry.
Oh, Jan, you're going to attack me?
No, Jerry's going to attack you.
Oh, so you're encouraging Jerry to attack me.
No, I'm just stating a fact.
Okay.
False news.
2 angels at Jan and 1 angel at Jerry.
Yeah, I'll take 8.
Then in my second main phase, I'm going to pay 5 life to cast Yennet, Cryptic Sovereign. This is a 3/5 Sphinx that has flying, vigilance, menace, and whenever it attacks, reveal the top card of my library. I may cast it without paying its mana cost if its mana value is odd. If I don't cast it, draw a card.
Alex, a 35 off that.
You got it. After that, I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Oh, sorry. I don't think I played a land this turn, In fact, I'm certain I didn't play a land this turn. Arctic Waste. Now I'll pass the turn. For sure, no takebacks.
Untap, upkeep.
Trigger. You lose 1 life.
Maddie, please don't.
I will put...
Please don't. Maddie.
You can keep your Dryad Arbor. I will put your counter on this.
Oh, thank goodness.
I would have.
And then get a counter here.
But we know he
draw a
needs
card?
7 mana.
I want to see what he has.
I don't.
All right, untap, upkeep. We did the upkeep. Now we have the draw. I'm gonna. We knew it over there. 7 mana. 7 mana.
Just remember
losing
what I
life.
did for you.
I will remember. So
Thank you.
I won't attack you.
Thank you.
So I'm losing a life. Going to 31 off the black. Does this trigger multiple times a turn?
It's 1.
Just once.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7, 2 black. I'm gonna play a Shoulder Whispering one.
What's that say, Jerry?
Swamp Walk.
What else?
Oh, you want the rest of the lines of
Yes,
text?
please,
Okay.
please.
At the beginning of my upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. This might have been one of the splashy upgrades.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Although I didn't reanimate it, so does it even count?
Yeah, it still counts.
Oh, okay, good.
Because you paid 7. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, untap. On my upkeep, I'm going to sacrifice this, but it has persist. So this is going to come in with a persist counter, which is -1/-1 counter. So it's currently a 4/2, and I'm going to draw a card. All right, I'm going to play a Tainted Peak as my land for turn.
Uh-oh.
The first creature I'm going to cast is a Mayhem Devil. So
Why?
red, black, and float 1, I guess. The second card I'm going to cast is Mogus, God of Slaughter. So for red, black 1, and 1 more.
Awesome.
So whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, this is going to deal 1 damage to any target.
Yep.
And he is currently a creature. And at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, it will deal 2 damage to that player unless they sacrifice a creature.
So wait, we got to sacrifice a creature to shield red and then another creature unless we want to take damage?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
On your end step, I'm going to crack this Myriad Landscape.
You're sacrificing a permanent.
I am. Do you want to ping something?
I will ping... Yeah, that's gone now.
Good. So I'm going to get these 2 lands.
Trigger,
That's going to trigger Zimone and Tatiova twice each. So I'll resolve both of the Zimone and then the Tatiova. So the way Zimone's going to resolve is I'll manifest Dread once, and then I get to flip a permanent.
Yep.
Because it's 2 unfalls. We'll manifest this one, and then we'll put this Quandrix Campus in my graveyard. Then I'm going to flip this Experiment 12 face up. So it is a 4/4 with trample. Whenever Experiment 12 or another creature you control is turned face up, put +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to its power.
Okay.
Oh, so you're going to put 4.
Yeah, so I'm going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to replace this dice so that we know that those are counters. And next time I flip anything face up, it'll have
That
counters
many,
equal
yeah.
to its power.
That's crazy.
Then I will gain 2 life, go to 35, and draw 2 cards.
Are you going to keep passing Madison's turn?
I don't know. I like having priority in
staying
other people's
in my
turns.
turn?
Do I have any instants? I didn't draw any. So yes, I will continue to pass Madison's turn. Then I'll untap my turn.
All right, we have some upkeep triggers.
I'm not
Keys.
there. I'm still untapping Madison. The Soul Ring is tapped. Until it's untapped, I don't have to do anything.
Slow play.
Just touch all your cards a million
Yes,
times.
touch all my
except the
cards.
Soul
Many times.
Ring.
I gotta check my manifests. I need to know what's what. Okay.
All right. I
many
would
triggers?
like Mogus to resolve first.
Yeah, I will take the 2.
You'll take 2. Trigger this. Draw a card.
Yeah.
And then this one.
I'll take the 1.
So you
I don't
will
have
lose
a
1.
choice
You
of
go to
that.
32. I will put a counter on this one.
That one. And then Jerry has a trigger.
Jerry's trigger is please sacrifice a creature.
I will sacrifice this manifest.
Okay.
I won't reveal
And
it.
this triggers when you sacrifice a permanent. I will deal 1 damage to you.
Okay. Go to 31. I don't want to reveal what that card is.
Unfortunately.
I don't have to.
Unfortunately.
It is a Temple of the False God.
Ah.
Okay. Now I will take my turn. I will slide my manifests over and draw. All right. I'm going to play this Forest. Triggers.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what's happening.
Jerry, I'm confused. What's happening?
Landfall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zendikarians are rising.
Yeah. I'll manifest this card and I'll discard a disorienting choice. Then I'll draw a card and gain a life. Then I'm going to tap 5. So we'll use these 5 to cast Eudora, Grave Gardener. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, I may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It is a forest land. It has no other types or abilities.
That's wild.
And then, because I like playing big green spells, I'm going to tap another 5 and cast Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. So Ashaya, Soul of the Wild's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands I control. And non-token creatures I control are forests in addition to their other types. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is a 16/16. And with that, I would like to move to my combat step.
Sure.
Trigger Vanifar. I don't have anything cool to cloak from my hand, so I will put a 1/1 counter on each colorless creature I control. And I think with that, I'll just pass.
Okay.
I will all untap all my lands.
We almost made him miss the
Alright.
trigger. All right, we're going to
Go to
reorganize some
your
stuff.
upkeep.
And then I'm going to go into my upkeep.
All right, trigger Mogus.
I will take 2.
You'll take 2. Okay, put a counter on this. Draw a card. Trigger Persistent Constrictor.
32.
32.
I assume my tiny angel gets tinier?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Trigger Shieldred.
I have no tiny angel. What are you talking about?
Trigger
And then
Mayhem.
take one.
Can I have my turn now, you two? Thank you. Okay, draw a card for turn. Going to play Swamp as our land for turn. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to recast Aminatou, Veil Piercer.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll tap 1, 2, 3 to cast Commander's Sphere. Okay, here we go. We're going to move to combat, and we're going to attack Jan with Yennet and the 3/4/4 angels. I have a Yennet trigger. When it attacks, reveal the top card of my library. Hiya! Important! Oh my gosh, we got there. If it's odd, 1, I may cast it. So I will go ahead and do that. Look at the top 3 cards of target player's library. I may put them back in any order. I may have that player shuffle. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep.
So much upkeep.
I'm going to go ahead and look at the top 3 cards of my library. I'm going to shuffle.
Okay, what do we think it was? 3 lands?
Yeah.
So then at the beginning of Jerry's upkeep, I'll draw a card. And 15, Jan.
I will go to 17.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice Commander's Sphere to draw a card.
Trigger Mayhem Devil.
Oh!
Take 1. Go to 30. I'm going to get you guys 1 life at a time.
You already are.
She got us 1 life at a time, and it didn't cost her a dime.
What the heck?
Untap. Upkeep.
I'm having burritos today, not hot dogs.
Take 2.
Okay. This gets a counter,
Yep.
and I will draw a card.
Yep.
Trigger this one.
Yep.
So you lose another life. You
Yep.
go to 28.
Yep.
I'll put the counter on this.
Counter.
Okay.
Then I think it's shoulder trigger.
Shielded trigger. Steve. Welcome back.
Oh, that's powerful.
Cool.
All right, and now it's Portent.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Port's all before
Yeah,
Steve,
it's fine.
but it's fine.
Anyway, all right, upkeep has emptied. And draw a card. All right, we're going to move to combat. Alex.
Yeah.
Wanya. I have a trigger on attack.
Okay.
Trigger on attack, I'm going to mill 3 cards. Temple of the False God, Ishkana, Graph Widow, and Convert to Slime. Notably now, Delirium is online. So we got Planeswalker, Land Creature, and Sorcery.
Oh boy, I'm going to go to 29.
That's commander damage.
Make sure to check that, Jerry.
I'm going to not. All right, second main phase. We are going to tap 5 mana. Soul Ring these guys for a Rendmaw Creaking Nest.
I would like to turn up for what? This Keru Spell Snatcher.
Oh,
I will counter your spell.
Wow.
I will exile it, and now I can cast it
you got it.
by paying mana for it. And I will put 3 counters on my Spell Snatcher.
That is a fair play, and you are allowed and legal to do that.
It's okay, Jerry. You can tell them how you really feel.
I'm so upset.
It has reach. I need blockers.
All right. I would then like to proceed to cry phase.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll allow.
I will move to my end step, and at the beginning of my end step, I may exile any number of cards from your graveyard with 4 or more card types among them. If you do, put a permanent card from among them onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. All right, I'm going to exile Ishkana, Temple of the False God, Ob Nixilis, and Convert to Slime in order to get an Ishkana Graph Widow back with a finality counter on it. Ooh. So those are exiled. Dryad Arbor still in the yard. No longer have Delirium. I am sad boy. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap.
Upkeep triggers.
Upkeep. So I think it's only your upkeep. I don't think these trigger on my upkeep. So I will.
These do not trigger.
Yeah. So I'll sacrifice a creature. I'm going to choose Mayhem Devil.
You got it.
Cool. When this goes to the graveyard and I have sacrificed him, I will put the counter on your Grim Flare.
Kill it.
Counter?
Deal 1 damage.
Or sorry, deal 1 damage.
You got it. Grim
Yeah.
Flare is dead.
All right. Draw a card. And I'm going to cast Karavik the Merciless.
Oh no.
So I'm going to save myself that. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whenever an opponent casts a spell, it's going to deal damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target.
Any target. Oh my.
Any target. I'm going to go to my end step. I'm going to discard Florian.
I'm going to untap
Several effects.
several effects.
Yeah.
None of them are happy. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Alex.
Here for you, Jan.
Don't know what I'd do without it. Okay.
Madison triggers.
Mogus trigger.
I will sacrifice this manifest.
Okay.
And like it comes back face down as a forest because of Eudora.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, is that a trigger?
Whenever another non-token creature you control dies,
Cool.
I may
So
return it.
we
So
do
yeah,
get to see
so it is a dig through time,
Ah,
and it'll come back as a forest. And because a forest entered the battlefield, I will now trigger.
sounds good.
Okay.
You brought this on yourself.
Yes. Okay, so you do that first.
So that I've resolved the Mogus trigger.
Just this one.
I have
but
these
you
two new
do that,
triggers,
and
I
then
have a
we do
Shell
this.
Dread, and I have that one. Cool. I'm gonna manifest Dread. I will manifest this card, and then I will discard a Giggling Skitter Spike, which is a doll head in a spider cage.
Okay,
I'm gonna
trigger persistent
draw this
constrictor.
card.
Oh yeah, go back to
So
18.
you will go.
I'll go to 17.
Okay, so you're still at 17.
Sheldred trigger.
This is going to put a counter on.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that thing's big. I'll pick that.
Okay.
so that'll
Okay.
destroy a 1/1.
And then when you lose a life, I'm going to get a counter.
Yep.
And draw a card.
I will actually get rid of this Carousel Snatcher. So sacrifice this, go to my graveyard, becomes a forest.
Okay.
Triggers. I do not manifest Dread. I will flip Rashmi face up, put 2
Okay.
counters on it.
Amazing.
Then I will draw a card and gain a life.
18. Would you like to proceed to drawing a card for turn?
I would love to draw a card for turn.
Jan is at 18.
All right. Well, I'm going to do something that this deck has never done in the history of the last 45 minutes we've been playing. I'm going to morph a card.
Oh,
Madison.
Trigger on moving to combat.
Oh, yeah. Trigger on moving to combat. Well, let's give it the old electric slide, and we'll manifest right here. Moving to combat.
and that one's got
Ward 2. Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
technically cloaked.
'Kay.
So cloaked, morphed, face down forests. Don't at me in the comments. There's too much going on. Madison, you're at 39. I'm going to attack you with Aisha for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Does
13,
it have
14,
trample?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19.
Block.
It doesn't.
I have indestructible.
All right, that's fair.
Is he online?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh, that's the worst.
7, right?
Yeah.
It would be 7, and you have exactly 7.
Wow.
I think I'm just going to move to my end step and untap this singular Ash Barrens.
Sounds good. Anything else? Oh, don't forget your Ashaya.
That is a land.
Oh, it is. Oh, it'll untap all my creatures too.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's good.
I should.
You could have attacked with everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
sounds good. We're going to untap, and then we're going to spend the next 3 to 5 minutes in my upkeep.
All right, Mogus. Take 2 or sacrifice a creature.
Take 2, 27.
Okay. And then persistent constrictor. You take 1 more. You go to 26.
26.
Put a counter on an angel.
Put a counter on an
Put
angel.
a counter on my creature and draw a card.
Sounds good.
Look, we did that so fast.
That was really good, actually.
Shieldred.
No more angel. Then it's finally my upkeep triggers. Aminatou first. We're going to surveil 2. All right, we're going to put this one back on top and put a command tower into our graveyard. Then we're going to move to our
Miracle Step?
Miracle Step and reveal this enchantment, Soaring Lightbringer. which we will cast for 1 white.
Okay, I have a trigger. When
Yes.
you cast a spell, you will take damage equal to the mana value.
You're going to point it at me?
I will point it at you.
So that's 5.
21.
21. This is a new card that says flying and other enchantment creatures I control have flying. Whenever I attack a player, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature token that's tapped and attacking that player. So Jerry, I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Yep.
I can't really attack you.
Correct.
Because I don't want to.
Well, I also have a reach creature.
Well, yeah, that too, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I do want to attack Jan, but if I kill Jan too quickly, Madison's just going to...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair. We're going to attack Jan, and we've got a Yanet trigger. So whenever it attacks, reveal the top card of my library. Hiya! Thirst for Meaning. It is an odd card. So I can draw 3 cards and then discard 2 cards unless I discard an enchantment card.
You
And
can
so
do
this
that?
will still trigger, right?
Yes, it will.
And
So
you're
for
gonna
3.
take 3.
3 on me.
You go to 18.
Are you sure you don't want a 3 on Tatiova Benthic Druid?
It's any target.
Oh, it is. I thought it had to be your stuff.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of these triggers. Get rid of that.
Just get rid of triggers.
Get rid of triggers. Make things easier.
Trigger Eudora. This will come back as a forest.
Yep.
Trigger Tatiova. Trigger Zimone.
It's okay. Soon. Soon.
This is all on top of my Thirst for Meaning cast.
Yeah.
This game is fun, right, Jerry?
No.
It's manifest
It's a lot.
this
There's a
and
lot.
discard that.
Sounds good. Then you'll gain a life, go to 19,
Yep.
and draw a card.
Draw a card thing.
Thirst for Meaning, draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll discard Thriving Isle and Arcane Sanctum.
Not enchantments.
And then we're going to coming in for 8, 11 at Jan. Oh, 12 actually, because we had a Soaring Lightbringer trigger. And so we've got this Glimmery Boy tapped and attacking as well.
And it flies.
And it
It's an
flies.
enchantment.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go to 11.
You take 11.
so take
take
11.
12.
12.
Yeah,
Go to
take
7.
12, go to 7.
Yeah.
We'll pass it.
End of your turn. I'm sacrificing Steve. Get this forest, and I would like to proceed to the upkeep untap steps.
Sounds good.
Untap. Upkeep.
Mogus first.
Mogus, taking 2. Going to 26. The other
And
one.
We'll do this one as well. Just at the same time, it's faster. So you
Yep.
go to 25. Oh,
And
put
where's
a
my
counter
counter
on this. What? Get the counter. Draw card.
Death touch, not so death touch.
Yeah, now you can't just swing out with it, Jerry. It
Why?
doesn't have a power.
I can. It's when it attacks. I could just let it
Oh,
die.
sure. Yeah.
Now, my upkeep trigger. Steve.
Wild.
Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to tap 5 mana and play Ren in 7.
Oh,
Trigger Kerbeck.
I'm going
Jerry
to
to
20.
20.
I'm going to +1, going up to 6 loyalty counters to reveal the top 4 cards of my library, put all land cards revealed this way into my hand, and the rest into my graveyard. Oh, that's a land. Oh, that's not a land. Oh, thank goodness. That's also not a land. That's also not a land.
there we go.
Yay,
So,
did it.
land into my hand. So I have Necro Blossom Snarl going into my hand, and then Old Stick Fingers, Harmonize, and Titanian Nature's Force are going into my graveyard. I'm going to play a land for turn, this Necro Blossom Snarl that you may or may not have seen recently. It is entering play tapped. I'm going to move to combat. Alex, take 0. On attack, trigger Winter's ability to mill 3 cards. Harrow, so I do now have Delirium. Vault of Whispers, and Solemn Simulacrum.
Definitely have delirium.
Solemn Simulacrum.
So, would you like to take 0 or block?
You know,
It's a 0/3 with Death
I'm
Touch.
gonna go ahead and take 0.
If you block, he doesn't get to reanimate.
Make sure to track that commander damage, folks.
I would like to then move to my end step and do the Delirium thing. I'm going to exile Titania, Vault of Whispers, and Harmonize as my 4 types. That's an artifact and a land. And in order to do that, I'm going to get Titania back with
Trigger Kerbeck.
a
Or it
finality.
No,
Or is
it
it
is
cast?
enter-
No, it
enters
just
out.
puts
Put it back. So
No.
these are exiled with a finality counter on it. Pass the turn.
All right. On my upkeep, I'm going to sacrifice this. To your shoulder.
You got it.
Draw a card. Okay, I'm going to play Graven Cairns. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Cast Rampaging Ferocidon. So
Hey.
you guys now can't gain life. Whenever another creature enters, it's going to deal 1 damage to that creature's controller. I'm going to spend 3 mana for Spell Shock. So now whenever any player casts a spell, it deals 2 damage.
I might have an effect to that. All right, I'd like to tap 2, and I would like to reality shift your Rampaging Frostons.
Trigger Kerbeck.
Yep. I'm having so much
So you'll
fun
take 2?
with face down
And you go to
cards. I would like everyone else to have fun with face down cards.
Okay, and so then this is going to be exiled?
Yeah, so exile that, and then you manifest the top card of your library.
Cool. Can I borrow a manifest token, please? So we'll just put that there. Do you have things with flying or reach or
Nope.
anything? No?
No evasion, no trample.
Interesting.
Well, this has trample.
Interesting. So if I attack you with my flyer, you have a lot of mana, though.
I do have a lot of
A
mana.
lot. So I don't know if I want to attack you. I'm just going to pass.
Pass the turn. All
I'll
right.
let you figure it out.
All right, cool. I don't have any effects on your end step.
Well, that's a rarity.
Well, I know. Well, I mean, like, I got 5 life, so
Upkeep trigger.
I have so
Upkeep.
many.
Take 2 or sacrifice a creature.
Okay. So, which of these don't I care about? I think it's this one. Yep. I will sacrifice this manifest, which is a forest, and it'll come back as a face down forest.
Okay.
Trigger,
I will
trigger.
Trigger Zimone and trigger Tatioga. So I'll resolve Zimone first. Manifest Dread. I will manifest this, and I will put this Drownyard Temple in my graveyard. Now, I will gain a life and draw a card. It's something that I came to a realization, and Phil, you can put this in the notes. My lands or my creatures are also lands.
Yes.
Yes.
I've not been doubling when I manifest. So I gain another life and draw another card. 7 total, draw another card,
Okay.
and triggers a moment. And I will turn up. It's a reliquary tower, because I've drawn 1,000,000 cards, and I don't want to discard any.
Draw your card for turn.
Draw my card for... No! Resolve Sheldred.
Oh, Sheldred trigger.
Oh my god. I apologize to everyone. We're going to sacrifice this creature. It is a Multani. And it's going to enter.
Trigger landfalls.
Trigger, landfalls, draw a card. Gain a life. Now, Zimone lets me turn face down permanents face up. They don't have to be manifests. I am going to choose to turn face up my Multani. Because it has reach. Screw all of you. It is a land, but it was already in place, so I don't get extra triggers. Then, I'm going to play a Command Towers land for the turn.
Trigger.
Trigger. I am going to draw a card, gain a life. I should be at 9.
9.
Yeah, and I'm going to get minimal value from this, but I'm going to turn this 1,000 Winds face up.
What is that?
Turns all other tapped creatures to their owner's hands.
Cool.
It also has flying.
Yeah.
It's just your tokens and Jerry's commander.
For sure. We also need to figure out what Multani's power is so we can put that many counters on him.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is each land I control and each land in my graveyard.
So before the command tower was there, you
Yes.
got 27.
Counters on Multani.
So 10s and 1s.
Yep, you got
Okay.
it.
And then 5 on this guy.
And then 5 on 1,000 Winds.
Got it.
Okay. We're going to move to combat. And then I'm going to attack Madison with everything but Eudora, Zimone, and Tatioga.
So a Shia is something like a 28-28.
Yes, Shai is 28, 22.
22,
Doesn't count the ones in my graveyard.
Right.
Okay.
22. 1,000 Winds is a 10-11 with flying. Rashmi is a 4-5. And Experiment 12 is a 7-7 with trample.
I'm going to first cast Suspended Sentence. So I'm going to destroy target creature an opponent controls. That player loses 3 life, and then I exile this card with 3 time counters on it.
Wow. That's really good.
So when I cast a spell, that will deal 2 damage to me.
Okay.
So I'll go to 37. Then I'll kill this one, and I will block the other one. So you go to 6.
Yep. 6.
This is suspended. Okay, so Mogus is going to block this.
That's not attack.
That's not attacking.
The 22,
the-
22.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
ones,
sorry, the other big one. And this is going to block your flyer.
Okay. And then you're
And
going
then
to
I'll take whatever's left.
the rest.
Yeah.
So,
11?
11.
Okay.
Then pass turn. And untap.
Okie dokie.
Lands.
Upkeep.
Mogus.
Mogus, I take 2.
Okay.
Go
So you're at
19. Anything else from you?
No.
Children.
Shieldred. Soaring Lightbringer by Womp Womp. Then my upkeep. Surveil 2. We're going to put this one back on top and put Aetherios, Shroud Veiled, into our graveyard. Then we're going to go to Miracle Step and Miracle 1 with the Multiverse. So that's an 8 mana enchantment that we're going to cast for its miracle cost of blue, blue, and 2.
And I will have triggers.
That's right. So I take how much damage?
So you'll take 2 from this, and then you'll take its mana value as well. So you're going to take 10 total.
You sure you don't want to kill Jan using the damage?
You'll go to 17 from the spell shock.
Okay.
Sure. Karavik will kill Jan.
Okay. So one with the multiverse says, I may look at the top card of my library at any time. I may play lands and cast spells from the top of my library. Once during each of my turns, I may cast a spell from my hand or the top of my library without paying its mana cost. I'm going to play a land from the top of my library.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a leak here. And I'm going to cry. It was a land on the top of my library. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Mogus, I'm taking 2. Going
Okay. When you take 2, I will get a counter and draw a card.
to... Yep. So I'm going to 18 off the Mogus. Shieldred trigger, I am getting back a Solemn Simulacrum. Off this Solemn entering play, I get a Forest, and then I proceed to draw step. I'll play a Swamp as land for turn. I will +1 this Wren and 7 to reveal the top 4 cards. Obsessive Skinner, Woodland Cemetery, Ripples of Undeath, and Vile Mutilator. So I will get Woodland Cemetery to my hand, and Oppressive Skinner, Ripples of Undeath, and Vile Mutilator will go to the bin. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4 to play out my Winter Cynical Opportunist. Combat. I'm going to swing at Maddie for 6 with Swamp Walk.
Yeah.
I will proceed to end step. I do have Delirium.
Oh, hold on. You cast Winter, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
you did. I thought you just put it into play. Okay.
So you take
So
2
you
from...
take 2 from that first.
yes, I do. I'm at 16 from that, and then where would you like the 4 damage to go to?
To Alex's face.
Seems good.
13.
13.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. Everybody at home. Winter Cynical Opportunist. I'm going to exile Vile Mutilator, Ripples of Undeath, Harrow, and Dryad Arbor to get a Vile Mutilator back to the battlefield. So when Vile Mutilator enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature.
So I have to sacrifice my spell shock.
Cramp Fence / Access Maze.
I'm going to pick Karavik, I think. I think we'll try to get that win on my turn.
Go ahead.
All right, on tap. Sacrifice this to Shouldred.
Okay.
Remove a time counter. So first I'm going to spend 6 mana. I'm going to cast Fear of Burning Alive. So when it enters, it's going to deal 4 damage to each opponent.
Oof.
And then Delirium, whenever a source I control deals non-combat damage, if I have 4 or more card types, then it will deal that much damage to target creature that player controls.
Do you have 4 more card types?
Probably.
I actually don't think I do. I have a creature,
Enchantment.
I have an enchantment, and that's it.
Oh.
No Delirium.
No Delirium. I'm going to move to combat.
Mhm.
Alex.
How much is it?
11,
15.
15.
Okay. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Okay.
to cast Ink Shield. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to me this turn.
Wow.
For each 1 damage prevented this way, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. So I'll get 15 2/1s.
You sure will. I don't like that.
I do.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
So we'll do 10s and 1s.
All right. I guess I'm going to pass.
Okay. Upkeep.
That was a bait, Alex. I fell for the bait.
Upkeep, I got to take 2 from Mogus.
Or sacrifice a creature.
I'll take 2.
Okay.
Then I've got to Shieldred.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and drop one of those
What,
there.
not the Aminatou?
Shockingly, no. I can look at the top card of my library anytime, so I'll do that before Aminatou's trigger goes. And then Aminatou's trigger, Surveil 2. I'll put these both into my graveyard. It's Caves of Koilos and Ash Barrens.
Proceed to Miracle Step. It's an actual Miracle Step. this time.
Actually, I'm just going to look at it first.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
And then I'm just going to draw it.
Oh.
Then I'm going to play from the top of my library Dimir Aqueduct. So it enters tap and returns this Temple of Enlightenment to my hand. For free from one with the multiverse, I'm going to cast Out from the top of my library. When I do, I take 2. Oh, no, that's gone. Never mind. I'm going to exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield, which is going to be Shieldred, please and thank you.
My Swamp Walk.
Indeed.
That was how I was going to kill you, Alex.
I know. That's why I didn't want you to have it. I think what I'm going to do is just for insurance sake, I'm only going to send 12 of my 14 guys at Madison. And hopefully that's enough, and I'll leave 2 back as potential blockers. So I've got 24 in the air, Madison.
24. All right. Would it be double something of yours?
Okay. Probably Aminatou?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Aminatou dead for
I
the
think
second
I'm
time.
dead,
And then 24 damage to Madison.
Yeah.
Okay. Second main phase, we're going to tap.
I knew it the whole time Alex was the bad guy, and I stopped listening to myself.
You let him talk you into killing me.
I know. Alex is good at talking, though. I can't help it.
I've never been more evil than I am
did want
right
you
now.
to die, but I actually thought I was going to kill
That's-
all of you on my turn.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Mesa Enchantress.
what can you do, Jen?
And I'm going to cast
Die, apparently.
1,
Apparently.
2, 3 for
Apparently.
Verge Rangers. And I'm going to pass the turn to Jerry and hope to live.
1, 2,
Kill him,
3,
Jerry,
4,
kill him.
5. Untap. Upkeep. No Shieldred? I am the saddest I've ever been in my life. I'm going to play Tree of Tales as land for turn. Okay. So you have 2/1/2/1 blockers.
A 2/0 and a 3/3. So I've got 4 blockers.
And what
need
are
to
you
deal
at?
7 damage.
How much flying block?
2.
How much flying toughness?
2.
Let's plus Ren and 7. Reveal the top. So Whisper Silk Cloak, Jungle Hollow, Knight's Whisper, and Whip of Erebos. So I get the Jungle Hollow to hand and everything else to my graveyard. I'm going to assume, just by looking at this, that I'm going to have Delirium online.
Delirium. You did it, Jerry.
Thanks, man. I'm going to move to combat, and Solemn, Winter, Vile Mutilator, Titania, and Steve are all coming at you. So that's 1, 6, so that's 7, 9, 15. This is flying and trample. And 16. This has a trigger on attack to mill 3. So I will Ursine Monstrosity, Rampant Growth, Archon of Cruelty.
Okay, so I'm going to be definitely taking 4, even if I double block in the air. I didn't realize he had trample as well as flying. Okay. And then we got 1, 2. Yeah, I'm dead. So, good game!
Good job, Jerry.
Jerry.
Redemption
Yeah.
for my death.
The best part.
I don't think that's why you did it, but I'll take it.
If you manage to block even enough to live with 1 or 2, I had Ishka, and I was just going to ping you for 1.
Yeah, so welcome to post-game wrap-up. That was a crazy game. We had a lot of engines going.
Long game.
Yeah. So, Jan, how did you
don't
feel
even know
about the
what-
Simic?
It started doing stuff, and then it did too much stuff. Like, I don't know if I was necessarily doing the most powerful things, but I was doing way too many things to keep track of, I think.
Sure.
Because, like, I realized I had that Ashaya out for forever, and I didn't realize until, like, the turn before I died, all of my creatures that enter are also lands.
Right.
So I should have been at, like, an extra
3 or 4
3 or,
life.
well, probably more than that. Because think every time a land hits, I get another creature, which is another land.
Well,
Like
only
all
the first time.
all the first, all the dread. So, yeah. So if you can tell us in the comments what my life should have been, that would be a cool math and exercise. Have fun with that. But yeah, no, there's. Still a
Oh,
lot
they
of
will
fun.
do it. They'll do
I also had like a massive spell. This like Karavac. It was it Green XX Manifest Dread X times.
Ooh, yeah, cool.
And I was like, I have so much mana. I just want to cast this.
Yeah.
And then Madison will kill me. And she did it anyway. So
There you go.
What can you do?
Well, Madison, you seemed like you were in a pretty commanding position, except for you couldn't
Yeah, until
attack.
I let myself get talked into things by you.
Yeah,
which
well,
I
that's
will
what I'm good
never
at.
do again.
Yeah,
I
that's just
understand.
good policy.
So yeah, this deck is fun. It can be really strong. I felt like I wish I just had a little bit more mana because I could play like 1 card a turn and then that was kind of it. So I wish I could have gone a little more gas.
The Rakdos problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, I think you and I kind of lucked into one of us wins and one of us second places to a certain extent. How did you feel about your deck?
Well, I didn't get to do the fancy thing to get shielded into play. I just did green things to get shielded into play. But sometimes that's all you need, Alex.
Yeah.
We played good. We had a good run out there. The other teams fought hard and we played good. So it was great to be here.
Effort, coaching, practice. Yeah. I really liked this enchantments deck, especially with some of the upgrades. Like the one with the multiverse coming off the top, like gave me a lot of flexibility at the end of that game. I think it does suffer a little bit from not having enough creatures, but stuff like that owl thing that was making glimmers for me kind of helps with that.
Or a miracle retreat of the angels.
Oh yeah, that didn't do too bad. I really wish I would have gotten that in a much later turn.
Yes.
For sure.
And dropped like 7 of them. But without that, I would have had nothing doing that entire game.
True.
So, in any case, folks, we just want to say thank you so much for watching this. If you want any kind of product or service or anything that makes your gaming habits better, go check out Gamegenic Supplies at your local game store. They are the best at what they do. You will be satisfied. I can't guarantee it myself, but I'm pretty sure they kind of say that that's the case. So, go check them out.
Exactly.
Check out that stuff. Anyway, we also want to thank Burrito Splendido. I can smell the chorizo upstairs, and boy, howdy, am I hungry for it. Thank you so much to those folks for feeding us. If you're in the Winnipeg area or Manitoba generally, check out your nearest Burrito Splendido. Tell them the Spike Feeder sent you. They'll probably be confused. We just want to say also thank you to all of our patrons. Those are the folks scrolling down below, scrolling to the sides of us, scrolling all around us. We want to say thank you so much to them. They're the folks that keep the lights on around here, and without their support, we couldn't bring this content to you. So, by the time you like and you subscribe and you leave a comment saying, oh my gosh, Alex, you took 1 commander damage from Winter, you also need to hit the subscribe button and then the patreon.com/spikefeeders, where as little as $1 US, you too can join their illustrious ranks. Have a great day, everybody.